Creating broadcast. Hello, and we are live welcome to the Sunderland AFC Premier League show. And well, who'd have thought we were talking about Sunderland's amazing win against Chelsea? And I've just been having a private conversation with Rob here. In fact, it weren't a fluke, was it?
It wasn't. Absolutely not. I mean, yeah, there was a defensive lapse right at the beginning, which Garnacho scored from. And to be frank, I mean, he's got the sort of face you really want to punch. He just has.
He chews on
But
bangers, didn't he?
yeah, he chews on something. It's certainly not food. But other than that, the defence were rock solid, and our midfield were doing the business. And there was some good analysis on Match of the Day, and there was another. It might have been the final score with Merson, and Merson's never got anything good to say about Sunderland anyway. But he was raving about us. He said, that the defense in the midfield, they're rock solid. The team chase everything down. Absolutely brilliant performance, and nobody was surprised. None of us on Saturday were surprised that we came away with 3 points.
It was, I was really impressed. It was what Merson was saying, because I mean, it's everybody's opening the eyes now, looking at Sunderland the way Paul Merson was going on, and
yeah.
And did you hear when he says Sunderland to go down? No chance.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it's the pundits have changed their tune. It was, oh yeah, Sunderland, yeah, it's a flash in the pan, it's a flash in the pan. 17 points isn't a flash in the pan. And I mean,
No.
Even our own team, for God's sake, I mean, was it you? I think it was you. It might have been Dougie. Dougie posted on the Messenger channel Wilson Isidore's interview, where he says, 17 points, where do you think we are in the league? Fourth or fifth? We're second. Really? But interestingly, it was really, it'd be nice to make sure we stay there, and as long as we're there at the end of the season. And that's the important thing. It's where we are at the end of the season, of course. But it's nice to be up there, isn't it?
Of course it is. Just going to catch up on the chat. David Joblin, hello. Everton and Arsenal 6 points. Dougie Stewart still on a high. Hello, Dougie, the moderator there. We got David Scott. All these big things, all these big team things, they have the right to beat us because they say they have been in the league the longest. That gives them the right. No one has the right to beat anybody. Kingfisher,
right.
He says, hi guys, hope everybody's all right. Get in. He says, good to see you. David Scott, Chelsea, they say, had a bad game. I say Sunderland outplayed them. Steve Martin, hello Stephen. How you doing, mate? Stephen Taylor, how are you doing? Stephen Taylor, sunshine. Evening, guys. Hope everyone has come down off cloud nine. Wow, what a result.
I'm still up there, mate. I'm still up there.
Hello, Malta Singh. I'm just reading the message.
Evening, Malta.
I'm just reading
Dubai.
the message from Kev.
He's doing some shopping, obviously, is Malta, if he's in Dubai.
Yeah. Should work. Hold on. Kev's just saying different link from last week. Should work. I mean, it's the same link I sent you, so...
Yeah, and it worked for me.
Yeah. Worked for Rob. He's on. I'm just messaging him. Worked for Rob. He's on. But yeah, listening to Paul Merson, like I say, it was just like, when he said this team, Sunderland's going to cause teams problems in this Premier League.
Yeah, I mean,
let's not forget, we've been like this nearly every game Sunderland have played this season so far in the Premier League, bar Burnley, when we just didn't put our chances away.
And it's same at Man United. We were not outplayed. We got beat 2-0 in both games. We weren't outplayed in either game. And had we taken our chances when we got them, it would have been a different, I think it would have been a totally different story. We could have been 2-0 up at Man United before Man United had a shot.
Oh, absolutely. Kev, can I get on with the link? Wait a minute. Just carry on chatting there. I'm Rob.
Yeah,
I'm just giving
yeah, I'd like to think we'll be safe by Christmas. That takes the pressure off in January when we lose a few players to AFCON. Um, I think we'd all like to see South Shields and Gateshead win their first round matches as well. Tough ones though. Shrewsbury are playing reasonably well at the moment, and Wimbledon are always a bit of a handful, shall we say. Yeah, I think John Yule, you're right. We did. We had a brilliant start last season. I think we won the first 5 and then had a slip up against Plymouth. But by this time last year, we were sitting top of the championship. I did not, and that's why still on cloud nine. I never thought for 1 minute that after 9 games we'd be joint third in the league.
it's nuts, isn't it?
It's
absolutely
it's mental.
nuts.
But like we were just saying, it's not a case of it's fluky. It is a case of they deserve to be there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just listening to the pundits. I mean, even like Ali McCoist, he was on TalkSport this morning, and he's got a thing called Magic Moments. He does this weekly thing, and his first one was Sunderland. He says just incredible, and he says them Sunderland fans. He says they sang right from the off, right till the end, even when they were 1-0 down. They sang and sang and sang and sang.
Yeah. Well, all we could hear on Saturday from the radio commentary was the Sunderland fans.
Yeah.
Never heard the Chelsea supporters at all. And it was interesting on Match of the Day. The commentator said the noise in Stamford Bridge is phenomenal. It's coming from the Sunderland fans.
Yeah, it was just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I'm just seeing if Clayton's getting back. Can you give me? He messaged me at 4:30. Can you give me the link?
Yeah.
I'll reply to him. Yeah. I mean, he might be held up. We'll just see what's what. God, these messages are coming in thick and fast. Checking out the weather, says Malta. Yeah, he's not yet got his weather board yet.
No, I need to get myself organised. The problem is we're in the process of packing everything up to try and move house. But I've got blank walls I can use. I'll draw the walls. No, I better not.
I'm gonna have a revamp of my studio as well. I need to get like better lighting and stuff, but just bear with us a second. I will get there. I've just got a new PC, and now I'm in the process of getting a new monitor because this one is knackered, basically, and it is ancient. The pixels are starting to go on. Anyway, David Graham. By the way, I like to see South Shields and Gateshead win the FA Cup first round matches this weekend against Shrewsbury and AFC Wimbledon, respectively. David Scott, how are you? He says safe by Christmas. John Hughes says hi, Cabbie and Co. We had a very good start last season and fell away, but this team are different. David Graham, South Shields for promotion to the National League next season. Yeah, that would be really good. Malta Singh was only 3/4 African players started on Saturday. Stephen Martin, I've never seen Sunderland have this much quality in our squad, and I've supported them since 1969. How are the Sandancers, he says, Malta. D Hall says Jason McAtee is a clown. You can get back to me on that one. I don't know. I mean, what has he been saying to upset some of the Sunderland fans? Good evening, Etienne Lamar. All right, Colin, son, as Big Davey would say. He's still with us, Davey. You can see his little picture top left. He's never going to go. Hope you're doing all right.
Evening, Colin.
By the way, our new Kale Crossing Bridge is fab. 31 million quid well spent, says David Graham. Rim Reaper says, was class, one of the best away days I've ever been to. Dougie Stewart says, like the teleprinter tonight, my 50 minutes of fame. Yeah, I just think, I've got members of the channel, and I should do a little bit more to thank them. So they're going to get mentioned every single video that I do, and why not? Because they're supporting my channel, and I thought, you know what? I need to repay them back by at least giving them credits. So there you go. Your names are up there from now on. David Graham, bit ironic as well that our next away game is at Chelsea's West London neighbours Fulham at the Cottage. They are struggling, Fulham as well.
Bottom, I think.
Fourth or fifth or bottom, one of the
Fourth.
two.
They might be just outside the bottom three.
Yeah. Robin Hood, I'm still randomly looking at the table because why not? David Walker says, hi, Cabbie and Rob. Best win of the season. So far, let's get carried away, man. Hello, Cabbie lad and Rob. How's you all doing? Yeah, we're fine. I mean, yeah, I just don't know where to start with that match.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was just. I think right at the beginning of the broadcast on Saturday, we were saying a draw would be a good thing. Some of us, and I'll hold my hand up, thought we'd get beat 2-1. Kev, however, did put his hand up and say, we'll beat them 2-1. So, but yeah, I'm sorry, but they deserved the win. Chelsea didn't, other than the defensive laps that they scored through, Chelsea didn't really have any way to get through our defence. They were resorting to shots from 25 yards. And that second goal for us was just absolute class. The way Brobby held off that defender, he was like a brick wall. Nobody was going to move him. Ball was at his feet. That's where it was staying until he decided to play it off. And what a cracking pass! And like you said on Saturday, very reminiscent of Tommy Watson's goal at Wembley.
Yeah.
The way Talby put that in.
He still had a lot to do, Talby, because that ball was moving when he hit it.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of skill. It may look easy from where looking at it. But telling you now, bit of skill to do that, like.
Yeah, totally agree, mate. Totally agree. But he's a very highly rated player. I mean, before he came to us, he was very highly rated. And we said that, he did struggle his first couple of games. I think he struggled with the pace of the game, but he seems to have got that sorted now, and he's as quick can be. The goal against the own goal by Wolves, that was Talby just skinned everybody. And had the defender not got to the pass, it would have gone through our striker anyway. So, but it was a cracking back pass by the defender, straight past his keeper.
Yep, absolutely, Kim.
Yeah, good point, David Graham. It's very true that they didn't have Cole Palmer, but they did have everybody else. And I saw something, and it was cost analysis of the two teams on Saturday. Chelsea, £451 million. Sunderland, I think it was 17. No, it might have been 100 million or something like that we had on the field, but it was 451 million for Chelsea. And none of them looked particularly good.
D Hall, they shouldn't be in the Premier League. Jess McAtee surprising verdict on Sunderland after Chelsea. There's a possibility, says Robin Hood, we go into the Arsenal game with a chance to go top of the league, albeit unlikely, as it would require a Burnley win against Arsenal. These things, football is weird.
Yeah, it
is weird. No reason why we should not be targeting a win. Fulham and Everton. I totally agree with you, Malta. Kingfisher says, what do you think about Kevin Ball, Sunderland ambassador? Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Barley loves the club. He's a legend. He's a legend through and through.
And he'd give anybody who argues a good kicking.
Yeah, basically, welcome back, Kevin Ball. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we've got he's Kev coming on now. How are you doing, Kev?
I can hear us.
I can
We
hear you,
can,
Kev. You just need to show your handsome face, mate.
What a clot on with technology.
You just sound like your father. He was exactly the same. There was one episode he went, do you know what? Shite with this. He says, I'll catch you next time, Cabby. There you can. Hey!
Hey, then, Kev.
I was close to saying that 2 minutes ago.
Oh, you doing? How you doing, Kev?
I'm all right, mate. Aye.
Good to
Good.
see. Let's get carried away. It's back to front. You need to flip it.
Yay.
See if I can
I
flip.
thought I had.
Eh?
I thought I had.
Hold on a minute. I wonder if I can rotate it. Flip, vertical. Hold a minute. There we go. I've done it, mate.
You done
Hey.
I've done it. Our names are back to front, but hey.
Good forecast on Saturday, Kev. You said
was, wasn't it?
2-1. It was brilliant, mate.
Almost how I said. Well, I kind of imagined us getting a goal from a throw-in.
Yeah. Mind you, it was Wingy Chelsea fan foul throw because his back foot was off the floor. Bollocks.
Well, that's weird. I've flipped the video, but now our names are back to front, but we're the right way around. I don't understand this. Carry on.
Weird.
So you're called, Rob's called Eidlob. I'm
Ebdo.
called Edak Mekmam, and Kev is called Vec.
Good evening, Vic. How are you?
Good evening, Vec. How are you? If, our new guest from the Ukraine. So I don't know what's going on there. I flipped the image so our cameras are correct, but then it says our names aren't. So that's just something I'll have to learn and try and find out what I can do with that one. If anybody knows in the chat, let us know, or if it's not really important. Kev, yeah, we just don't know where to start. There's that many good things about that game. I mean, did you go down, Kev, or did you watch it? Or were you working? Did you miss it?
I was working, mate, but I got to see most of it, to be honest with you.
Aye.
My uncle went down, our Barry was there.
Oh, was he?
He was, aye. He doesn't get to many away games, but he got to that one,
He wasn't replacing any light bulbs, was he?
He didn't get hit in the face like last time he was in Wembley, put it that way.
Oh, great. Say you were working, Kev.
I was, aye.
Ah, God.
And the downfall of the new rule, but...
Never mind, mate. Good to see you
Never mind, man.
Again. Yeah, David Scott just says, hi, Kevin, thinking of your dad, miss him being on here. Well, he is still here with us. His little face is there. Oh, he was there. I need to just bring him back up here. Hold on a minute. But he's living with us constantly. I mean, I don't know if you've noticed, but have you seen all the let's get carried away slogans and videos that's getting posted every time Sunderland are on? It's crazy. Have you noticed it, Kev? It's gone mad, hasn't it?
Oh, it's everywhere. It's lovely, honestly. It really is. It's great. It's just building momentum. Obviously, we're doing well, and it's a perfect scene for how things are going. You know, we should be getting carried away. Why not? You know, not very often this happens.
I keep saying, you know, when I listen to like Total Sport and things, yeah, well, I would pick the scoreboard. Okay, we don't need that scoreboard. It was on Total Sport, on Talk Sports just the other day, they were going like, how high can Sunderland can go, but every time somebody says, we can't get carried away, even Jess Stelling was saying, we can't get carried away, I just kept wishing I could just zap that your father going, let's get carried away, man. People are saying it, and they didn't realise it. But what were your thoughts, Kev, when we went a goal down after 4 minutes? I mean, I was thinking, oh, here we go, a cricket score. What were you thinking?
Aye.
I know it's difficult because you were working, I know that.
Obviously, nobody wants to concede early in a game like that. You automatically start thinking, oh, here we're gone. But the way we set the team out, obviously with 3 at the back and the wing backs was the right thing to do, and I think that proved it. I will win a goal down, but in the past, or maybe half of the fans or even more were expecting it to be a 2 and a 3-0 by half time after an early goal.
Yeah.
I didn't think that would happen. I thought might have gotten 1-0 half time and then push on in the second half, but yeah, we'll come straight back. The fight and belief in the team is unbelievable.
Yeah, totally agree, Kev. And I mean, even Red just said that in his interview after the game, that the team play. He actually used the words till the end. So yeah, and we do. We play till the end. And CABBIE and myself were saying earlier, at no point on Saturday did we look like we were being outplayed. Yes, they had more possession. I was watching one YouTube thing, which was saying ignore the possession, look at everything else, and Sunderland were the better team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can be the better team out of possession, we controlled the game.
Totally
we didn't need the ball to control the game. We just let them have it. They weren't a threat to us at all. And they've been banging the goals in the Champions League and all sorts.
They have.
And they couldn't break us down. Nobody panicked. Everyone did the job right. And when the opportunities come, they took them.
Yeah.
I was over the moon to see Broby doing what I said last week we needed him to do, which was hold the ball up.
Correct.
And he did not hold the ball up.
he was like a brick wall, wasn't he, Kev?
Aye, which is exactly what we needed. It was when I seen that second goal, it was like the goal I described last week needed to happen. We needed a striker to hold the ball up while the midfielders kind of pushed on and got in the box, and that's exactly how it played out.
Yeah. And that's apparently what Robbie is really, really good at, is holding the ball.
I don't know if you noticed, but when he obviously chased the ball down and he got into the box, and he kind of, obviously the Chelsea defender was coming kind of get goal side of him, but he ran past the ball a little bit to then give himself a little bit space to hold the ball up.
Yeah,
which I thought was really, it's really clever instinct for him to do that.
Yeah, so, I honestly thought the ball just slowed up and he ran past it. But you're right, he did it deliberately so he could stop and hold the ball for support players to run in. And what a pass to Talby, and a cracking pass into the back of the net by Talby. And Stu was saying earlier on that ball was moving at some pace when he hit it.
Yeah, it was calm as you like. For a young lad coming into the Premier League, I like Talby. Again, like I said last week, I think he had a bit of a slow start, which was probably expected. But he likes to get on the ball. He likes to get involved. He's quick. He's got a good imagination of the game. He reads it well, and he proved it. He proved his qualities on Saturday.
Yeah, and Steve Taylor, it was Ashley Williams who said that. And I didn't realise it was on Match of the Day. I know I'd seen it somewhere. But yeah, summed it up perfectly.
It was just we seemed to just get into the game as the minutes ticked over, and I was like was Ashley Williams or someone on Match of the Day, the punditry, when he did the analysis and said the possession might say 68% Chelsea, blah blah, rest Sunderland. Yeah. Where Sunderland won the duels was out of play, where it wasn't involving anything. It was like the closing down. It was like something along them lines. He says where Sunderland got the better of Chelsea was the other stats which weren't shown.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the way they set the team up is that for Chelsea like to play down the middle, and we blocked the middle off and forced them out wide. and you're putting them up against some good defenders when they go out wide. So, and Ballard was immense on Saturday. He was just absolutely immense.
And it's the fact now. We've still got this massive team spirit. I mean, there's Sunderland AFC's posted a video on, haven't they? Where there was there's this period where the Sunderland fans are just cheering massively with every tackle that Sunderland are winning.
Yep.
You know what I mean? There was even Chrissy Rigg. He was chasing right into the corner flag. They just weren't letting up Chelsea at all. And the fans, like I say, Kevin Ball said it on Sunderland Till I Die. He says, if you show that you try, he says, the fans will adore you. And that's exactly what's starting to happen. They can see everyone on that Sunderland player playing for that shirt. They're wanting to do well. And when they're getting the challenges in, the fist pumping each other when they've won a challenge, that's a happy team. That's a sign of a happy team. They're wanting to do it. You know what I mean? And this is only going to feed, and it's going to make them stronger and stronger. The confidence going to go. And that look, Sunderland are going to win the league. Come on, let's it's tongue in cheek here. But how do you think Leicester did it? Right, same thing with them. I think the season before them, didn't they just survive relegation? I believe so. And once I started getting a few wins under them, this is the season they won the league, right? It's amazing how belief can carry you, and self-belief and team spirit. They didn't have the best squad on paper in the league that year. They won when they won the Premier League title, but every single one of them played for the shirt. Every match they played, they were just chasing everything down. They wanted it more. They were getting into a belief in their head that it's 11 men against 11 men at the end of the day, and it just snowballed. And this is what it can do. Your confidence, if you keep winning and winning. Especially the big boys that you're beating, that snowball gets bigger, your confidence gets bigger, and it's amazing what team spirit can do. Because it is just 11 men against 11 men out there. But if you've got a whole unit of players connecting as a circuit board, that's like an extra man in itself. Really is.
Yeah. It is. I mean, we've seen it with Sunderland, not at that end of the table, but at the other end of the table in the past, where we looked gone. We looked relegated. I believe I want to say there was 2 occasions, and I think Poirier was the manager once, and I think Allardyce was the manager the next time, where the fans got behind the team, and there was just this sheer belief that we were not going to go down, even though we looked dead and buried, and we stayed up. And it does, and you're right about the Leicester team. Belief is probably 70% of your game. If you've got the belief and then you've got the talent, why not? You now for a fact that I'm gonna say that I think we'll win the league. we'll play Arsenal in a couple of games' time. I think we'll beat Everton. Let's see Arsenal get beat next week, and then we beat Arsenal.
That'd be good, wouldn't it? That'd be good. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, we're saying this, right, and we're having a bit of a giggle about it, we'll beat Arsenal and all that. Did you really think that would beat Chelsea before the ball was kicked?
My heart did. My head was... I said that we would... I predicted we'd pick a point up in one of the Arsenal or Chelsea games, and I did think we would probably get beat off one of them, and we still might. But I look forward to the games, man. I look forward to the Man United game the other week when and it is right. The Man United was the first big team that we played, and we got beat. And just dust yourself off. Let's go again. Bang. Wolves win. Chelsea's coming up. I was excited again. I was looking forward to playing them because I do believe we can beat them. I just believe. I see it all the time. If we played Real Madrid, I'd believe we can beat them 5-0.
Yeah. It's interesting though, Kev, what you were saying there is that we haven't played anybody yet. We've only played teams below us in the league so far.
But it's pretty hard not to.
I'm just going to have a quick catch up on the chat here. There's absolutely the messages. I cannot read them all, so excuse me if I missed a few out. Robin Hood says, what a great win for Burnley in the dying moments. I think I watched that game and I tell you what, Wolves are gone. Wolves are gone. I mean, Dubravka made an absolute world-class save. I do rate that keeper, Dubravka. I don't know if you've seen it, but it was similar-ish what Patterson made in the playoff final when he just clawed that header from McCarley and he just clawed it off the line. It was an unreal save. Where are we? West Ham v Newcastle this Sunday, or they need to play well, or the Magpies will batter them at the London Olympic Stadium. At the end of the day, that's all we want. We want the bottom three teams to keep losing and losing,
Yep.
which they are, because we're just pulling away and pulling away, and that's what we want. I mean, if we want Newcastle to stuff West Ham, we want it. It's as simple as that. Steve Taylor, we still haven't beaten anyone yet. And I put up a thing on the poll as well. Can Sunderland finish in the top 10? 61 votes so far. 77% say yes, 3% say no, 20% say not sure. League One later, says David Graham, is Port Vale 0, Stockport 2. Kingfisher says the man marking was immense. It certainly was. Steve Taylor, Ashley Williams said on Match of the Day, forget the top line regarding the possession. Sunderland deserve to win the game. Simon says league positions are only relevant when you play Liverpool, Man City and Arsenal. Everyone else is not anyone. So we are still on 0 points below Wolves. Hello to Las Palmas Mackham. He says, well, surprise, it wasn't Shearer on Match of the Day. Shearer is actually taken part in some football tournament down south, and that's where my boys are. It's at the Copper Box Arena down in the Olympic Park. Celebrities and former footballers. It's like an indoor tournament thing that they have on there, and that's where he is. He's actually down there, and I think he's been playing tonight. So he's dodged a bullet there, hasn't he? Certainly.
Well, he's not playing against Julio Hawk. He'll not be on the Match of the Day for the rest of the season.
No, he wouldn't. No. Malta Singh says Sunderland were 25-1 to finish top half pre-season. Scott Wahey says, I did have his message there, but I've just rudely... Oh, yeah. Curiosity, I walked into Newcastle Souvenir Store at St James's Park a year or so ago. Up escalators, price of kids' tops, terrible. Same price as adults, shouldn't be that. They're just trying to rinse you, aren't you? David Graham, away Sunderland. Anyway, Sunderland v Everton on Sky a week tonight with 8 p.m. kickoff. Yep, and then Arsenal, Fulham and Bournemouth. Bournemouth are really doing well, aren't they?
They are.
Who else have I been loving the Jason Cundy videos? Yeah, have you seen them? The Jason Cundy videos, they've been ringing them on Talk Sport, really winding them up.
Yeah.
Hawksby and Jacobs as well. I like listening to them too. And he's a massive Chelsea fan. Andy Jacobs, and it's just so funny. David Graham, I think Bournemouth is our last game before the nightmare scenario schedule in December. Is it a nightmare scenario though? I mean, it was a nightmare scenario against Chelsea, I was thinking, but how? As Paul Merson says, we're going to cause team problems. Them big boys are going to be looking at Sunderland and saying, oh, hey, do you know what I mean? We need to be on our game here.
Yep.
You cannot tell me that win against Chelsea has opened a lot of eyes in that Premier League. It's like, hell up, Sunderland's here. More than a way it's done that, because, like I say, we really deserved that win. You watch 2 games defeat in a row and it'll be Regis House's telly.
Yeah.
Oh, dear me. Our odds have dropped to 15-2 for relegation. Was a very good result at Chelsea, guys. Shall give confidence, says Scott. You'll be back for Everton, says Malta. Last Palmas Mackham, start of the season we were 1-6, we relegated. Now we're 7-1. Scott Wahey, my granddad's name was Jack Walton from Sunderland. Worked in shipyards before war, then down south in Gosport, then a few years after that back, and then Scotland. It's a funny thing, isn't it? It's like, what was the points total of the bottom 3 last season? Can you remember?
I Oh, I can find out.
Each
Give me a
team.
sec.
I'm not on about adding the points all together.
No. Just bear with me.
What did the third team finish on and second? And by the way, Kev, how did you get your background? You got your green screen up?
No, I'm on my phone because I give up on my iPad trying to get the link on. So I'm on my phone and I can change the background on my phone, but not on my iPad.
Very, very nice. Happy Halloween to David.
Southampton were on 12.
Wow. Yeah.
Ipswich 22.
Mm-hmm.
And Leicester 25.
I didn't think anybody got into the 30s like.
No. But apart from Spurs, they were in the 30s, mate.
I mean,
37 were there?
38 at the end of the season. Then Wolves, then that little the little team from Manchester, and then West Ham. So yeah, other than Man United and Spurs, they were both up at the top at the moment. The bottom three are largely teams that were near the bottom last season as well.
Do you know that's it's just absolutely nuts, isn't it? When you look at like what points we're on now, and I think the season before as well was similar points total, wasn't it? At 22, 27, 11 and something. It was really, really low. But it doesn't necessarily mean that this season's going to be a really low. We don't know. I mean, they usually say 40 points, don't they? Is the magic number, is that right?
Yeah, I mean, the season before, 27 points would have kept you in the league. Yeah, Sheffield United on 16, Burnley on 24, Luton on 26.
How many points did the people who in 7th finish on last season?
Last season. Sorry, just give me a second. I was going to say a season before. It was
we're looking at the wrong end of the table for
65.
65.
Yeah.
So I would say that's our target, 65 points.
Yeah, but that team are currently second bottom at the moment.
That's all right. We'll be 7th. I'm telling you, definitely be top 10.
Yeah, you've said that all along, Kev. You've said that all along, mate. Yeah. So yeah, no. Forest finished 7th last year on 65 points.
I can't see Wolves picking up many more wins. The way they're dreadful. Same with West Ham as well, and I'm surprised that they're that bad. I can't see them getting any more wins. The third position is a slightly different scenario. Could Sean Dyche pull Forest out the mire? I don't know.
I think he will. Wolves are they're a bit of a weird team because they went 2-0 down and they looked pants.
Mm-hmm.
Then they started playing football. And Burnley were bloody lucky to come away with 3 points. It was virtually the last kick of the game. And Wolves had several shots that were saved. Could easily have taken the game themselves. So it wouldn't surprise me to see Wolves climb out of the bottom 3. To be honest, I'm not saying they'll stay there, but wouldn't surprise me. West Ham just don't seem to have a clue at the moment. Who else is in the bottom 3? Oh, Notts Forest. They'll climb out, I think. And then you've got Fulham, 4th bottom at the moment. They don't seem to be playing that well at the moment. So
I think Fulham's lost the last 4, haven't they?
Yeah, it wouldn't. I'm not 100% certain, but I can double check on that.
The most important thing is as well as Sunderland, they've beaten Wolves, they've beaten West Ham, they've beaten Forest.
Yeah,
it's only Burnley that haven't. So that is a huge bonus for later on in the season. That beating your rivals at the bottom in your bottom 3.
They're not our rivals. Why are you saying they're our rivals?
Because we're favourites to go down, aren't we? Out the bottom 3.
We were before the season started.
Aye.
You cannot say we're favourites in any way whatsoever now. Seeing what we've seen game on game, You know, everyone's seen. No one knew who most of the players were coming in. No one knew how good they were, and they've proved that they are quality players. The team's all together. I can't see that changing. Even if we got beat 3 or 4 games in a row, I cannot see that team heads dropping. I cannot.
No.
Because 12 points sounds a lot, but it's only 4 games. I mean, I'm not going to say it's going to happen. The 3 teams at the bottom, they win 4 on the trot, we lose 4 on the trot. All of a sudden, they caught up with us. That's how quick.
You ain't going to win 4 games on the trot.
You would
Wolves
think
are
not
going to win 4 games on the trot, really.
No.
You know, I would say
in the last
where
6
we're at now, 10 games in is a good point to assess teams on how they're likely to do for the rest of the season. Yeah. I think it was the same last season. You know, I know we were flying up at the top last season, hence where the saying "let's get carried away" come from, me dad. And you know, I think everyone then agreed once you get to around 10 games in, you can pretty much see what teams are going to do well and who's going to struggle. And we ain't one of them struggling teams at all.
No. Interestingly, looking at the last 6 games, Wolves are slightly better than Nottingham Forest and West Ham United. Wolves have picked 2 points up in their last 6. West Ham and Forest have only picked 1 point apiece up.
Aye, I cannot see us having play any even your December games where everyone's talking about now and people gone off to play in the AFCON Cup and all that. We won't lose 6 games in a row. We won't pick 1 point up in 6 games at all this season.
No.
It's mad. It's mad, isn't it? But once again, I mean, how vital is Granit Xhaka to Sunderland? I mean, he's like the main hub in that team at the minute, isn't it? He's just his distribution and everything. He's the mission control on every game. He's just, how good's our midfield with him in the middle? I mean, you think when we had the likes of Joe Bellingham and all that, we're light years apart now, aren't we? Crikey.
Yeah, he's an absolute general. He is. He just controls everything.
He's that's my only big worry is something happening to Xhaka. I think he's on 3 yellow cards. That he'll definitely serve a 1-match ban, I think, because of yellow cards. It's just the way he plays. He's not malicious in any of his challenges or anything like that. It's just the way he plays, and he's involved in every part of the game.
Yeah.
It's my only worry is if he got injured. And I know Diarra's kind of got to come back yet, but he hasn't really played much football because of his injury this season, really. He would kind of be the natural replacement if anything happened to Xhaka. But he's my only worry. I can't see anyone else in the squad that could fit in like he is. And it could create a bit of a weak link. Do you know what it is? Like what I've seen of, obviously, Alderete didn't play at the weekend. The defense played brilliantly. Alderete, his distribution and his control on the ball and his passing, I would actually put him in there if anything happened to Xhaka.
Yeah, and he can play central midfield.
I think he's the only person who comes to mind who I think who can spray the ball around, who's going to get stuck in, break the player up, solid, strong. He's the only person who comes to mind who I can think of in the squad.
Yeah. But,
70 people watching. Click the like button. We're on 26 likes. Come on, lads and lasses. Dogs, anything, cats, hit the thumbs up. Let's get the thumbs up and running. But yeah, it hasn't sunk in with me. How well we're playing. And people were saying as well, like how quickly Tri Hume learned as well. He grew into the game really well, didn't he?
He did. I mean, he gave Sourpuss face a little bit too much space for the goal, but after that, Garnacho never got looking. That's why he got pulled off. He wasn't doing anything.
John 73 says, sound just like your father, Kev. Keep it up. David Graham saying that Liverpool have been struggling in the last few games. Blimey. Yeah, I know. It's crackers, isn't it? They only won the league last season. I mean, Christ almighty. It's like, get over it. You've lost 4 on the trot. It's like, crikey.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, isn't it? It's like we should not lose. And you're going to lose games. Do you know what I mean? Get over it. You've lost 4 on the bounce. So what? It's like it happens, doesn't it? Crikey. Ken Walton, Kev will always remember the night your old man agreed with me about the best goal, Vic Hallam against Man City. Yeah, that was the night we spoke about Roker Park. We did a Roker Park special. Malta Singh says,
I was at that game.
You were at that game, were you?
Yep.
How could you make the players out, Rob, when they were all black and white?
I know it's terrible, mate. We never used to play in black and white. It was always grey and white. No, I was at that game. That season, I went to every home game, all the league games, all the cup games. I went to most of the away games, and I actually had a ticket for the final at Wembley. And my dad wouldn't let me go because I was only 11. Wouldn't let me go by myself because he was working. So he gave me ticket away to somebody else.
No way.
There's a word for that. It begins with a B and it ends in Astrid.
Well, Davey says as well, at the time when we were doing the show, he says, you'll never find a colour clip of that game. He says, all the other games, he says, they were in colour. He says, for some strange reason, that Man City one weren't. That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely in black and white. Man City played in grey and we played in grey and white stripes.
I don't know. It's a strange one. David Graham, by the way, apparently this Boxing Day, there may be only one Premier League game on that day.
What's that about?
But
What's that about?
EFL programme, majority of the Premier League games is on 27th. Someone on TalkSport ain't happy about that. Liverpool, Man City, not quite the same, says Scott. Tony Huntington, Hume, took only 5 minutes to adjust. Unfortunately, Chelsea scored. Then on we were great. Hello to Gary Hoyle. How are you? Simon says Xhaka should have passed when on goal Saturday. My only gripe, he says, the stop from Roofs from Garnacho was vital. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't as busy, Roofs, was he? But I mean,
no, that the one he stopped with his chest from Garnacho was a cracking stop because he literally sprinted from one post to the other to stop it. And that was a cracking. And I understand about should Xhaka have passed instead of taking the ball on and trying to shoot. Should he have passed to Talby, who was standing in about a mile of space?
Yeah.
But having run onto the ball and skinned the defender, you're going like, realistically,
he brought it down lovely though, didn't he? And
he did.
He brought it down lovely and brought it back inside. He just couldn't get that extra half a yard to get a proper shot away, But I Roofs for their first goal. Is it the first real scenario where I've thought he should have done better there? Probably is.
Yeah.
Went through him, it's no excuse.
Yeah. To answer Gary Hoyle, the atmosphere was where the Sunderland fans were, mate. Even the BBC said that. Said the noise in Stamford Bridge was immense and it was all coming from the Sunderland fans.
To be like Labrisi is, them fans are so important this season. I said it at the start of the season that every game, home and away, them fans need to be like we were in them playoffs.
Yeah,
and they have been.
It was just mental. I was just amazed how quick we closed them down. And on TalkSport as well, they were also saying if Chelsea concentrated on playing their own game rather than just rolling around the floor and play acting. I mean, there was an incident when can't remember what minute it was. I don't know if even while we were leading, Roofs went to punch the ball, and one of the Mandingos rolling all over the floor, holding his head like he's nearly been knocked out. But he was nowhere near him. And he was absolutely nowhere near him. And that's what Chelsea started to do. Do you know what I mean? It's like, how about playing football? And I think that was affecting their play because they were getting that desperate to get something out of the game. They thought that, let's see if they can cheat the way out of the game. It was it was funny to see, but Roost, he didn't punch him. Didn't touch
I think
him.
that was Cucurella, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, well, there was absolutely no way. I mean, Roofs could have punched him on the top of the head quite hard, and he wouldn't have felt it with all that hair.
Oh,
they were running out of ideas, weren't they? They were frustrated. They were running out of ideas. We controlled them in our way, not their way, in our way. We controlled them the way we needed to control them to get the result that we got.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we did. But yeah, I mean, Chelsea were. I mean, what was it? Hang on, there's World Club winners.
Club champions.
Yeah.
And do you know what? No, do you know what? When the Sunderland players were running over to celebrate, like on the stand was world champions. I don't know if you've noticed.
I've seen that. I've seen that all around. Yeah.
Yeah.
I done plenty of screenshots of that. Send them to me, Geordie mates. There you go. And Sunderland new world champions. It's right, isn't it? If you beat the world champions, you must be the world champions, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's. I think that original code goes to Scotland, does it not? After they beat us in '67. Oh, we've just beat the World Cup winners. Does that mean we're the world champions?
That was that Mickey Mouse tournament, wasn't it?
Thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Gary Hoyle, again, he's made a very good point there. Stamford Bridge used to be a cauldron. But I mean, I've been to Stamford Bridge a number of times because basically my auntie used to live just round the corner from it. So if we ever were down in London, I would nearly always go along to Stamford Bridge to watch a game. And it used to be a bloody cauldron. It was a lot like Roker Park used to be. But it's just full of the prawn sandwich brigade these days. It's a bit like Old Trafford. It was the same at Old Trafford, even though we got beat. All you could hear on the bloody radio was the Sunderland fans. You couldn't hear the Man United fans.
That's what you get for someone who's just used to success. Do you know what I mean? And it's like you can just see how much it means to Sunderland fans to like that time when we played Man U and there was always a cheer when they got the second goal. I mean, we cheered more when Sunderland just win a tackle.
I think it's also the price that them teams charge fans to go to the game.
Yeah.
Like actual actual working class people who've always probably went to them games, they can't go anymore. I'm sure I've seen something somewhere like it was Chelsea, I'm sure it was Chelsea, where they were charging £4,500 for an away Champions League game, like an experience away where you went and you stayed in the same hotel with the players or something like that, and you had a meal and you went to the match. £4,500. That, like, who can afford that unless you're, one of the rich kids in London and stuff like that?
But I think that's how goes to watch Chelsea these days.
Yeah, they're getting priced out of the big teams. Big teams.
It was interesting though, Kev. I was had a quick scoot through A Love Supreme over the weekend, and I think it was subs on the Chelsea match, and there was a photograph of his ticket, and his ticket, it was only 30 quid.
Aye. Is there a cap or something on away tickets, or am I thinking of last season?
I don't think so. Because, I mean, Chelsea normally they're a bit like Newcastle, they charge stupid money for getting into the games.
My
Aye.
mate Brett
I
Gibbs
bet
has
their
just.
season tickets are a lot though. You know, Arsenal's
Oh, they're mental.
season tickets are ridiculous, isn't there? And so it's a shame. You know, like I'm sure I've seen that there's something about. Is there a vote on a player's wage cap coming up? Is that November or February or something like that?
The big cartel clubs will make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, because if they put a cap on the wages, nobody's going to come and play for them.
Well, not everyone will go to speak. Well, depends
They'll
if
go-
it went across the board in Europe, I guess. Like,
They'll
My
go
mate-
back. They'll go back to Italy. They'll go back to Spain.
My mate Brett Gibbs has just sent us a picture saying on picture of Will Grigg at the top saying October 27th, 2020, 7th place in EFL League One. 5 years later, October 2027, 2025, 4th place in the Premier League with Talby.
Yeah.
I tell you what, you've got to take your hats off to the owners and whatnot. I mean, we were slagging them off, speaking this and that. It's like, how the hell have we done what we've done?
Yeah.
When you think of it, where we were.
Malta
and I
and-
think it comes back to sheer belief. You know, they've had the belief since they bought the club that we'll end up where we are now. You know, and they've done all the right things, and they've never wavered. Even though when they were getting all that stick, Speakerman was getting all that stick, he's never once changed what the plan to do. They told us what the plan was from day one. From day one, they told us the model, the strategy, the plan, how long the plan was, and they have stuck to it no matter what, because they believed in it. And when you hear interviews of the players who signed in the summer, all of them in their interview says, I've come here because I believe in the project. You know, so the project that they're selling the players to get them to come is the same project that they've sold to every player to get us where we are up to now.
Yeah. Dave Walker and Malta have both said there is a cap on away tickets, or cap on away tickets, £30. It was announced in June, Malta says, as ticket sales are no longer the main revenue stream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No. That's
good. Because when you think, you know, you travel and you're dear away for an away match, you're running to hundreds of pounds.
Yeah,
especially if you take the train.
Oh
God, yeah.
Trains are ridiculous.
Is it? I mean, you can fly from here to Cyprus cheaper than you can get a train from here to Newcastle.
Aye, it's crazy.
Mental.
Yeah, that's a good point. Sorry, carry on, Rob.
I was just going to say, to answer Scott's way here there, no, it wasn't a German goal. The ball did not cross the line. And I say that with my white England top on.
Yeah, it's all about getting the right places, Scott, as well. But I mean, this is another thing as well. It's like all of a sudden, players want to sign new contracts. Players are wanting to come to Sunderland. Remember that era where anybody would come? We were begging Will Grigg to come, for heaven's sake.
Yeah.
Now, players can't wait to sign the dotted line, extend the contracts. And you got the likes of Granit Xhaka saying, I want to come to Sunderland. What's going on, man?
And that'll keep going. You know, the more we do what we're doing, the more the signings that we're signing, we'll quickly put this way. When them Saudi people bought Newcastle thought they were going to sign all these top players and all the likes of this just purely through money. Through money. There was no plan. There was no nothing. It was just, we've got all this money. We're going to sign Neymar and Mbappe and all the likes of that. We will sign higher class quality players than Newcastle next season. In pre-season next year, the top caliber players will be wanting to sign for Sunderland. And it's got nothing to do with money.
No, it's they want. I mean, there was a lot of discussion on Saturday about Jermaine Defoe, saying he was the reason that Granit Xhaka signed for Sunderland. And I watched that video, and it is. I mean, basically, Granit Xhaka phoned Jermaine Defoe up and said, got an offer from Sunderland. Would you recommend going there? And he basically turned around and he said, this man said, yes, go there. You'll bloody love it. The fans are amazing. The club is amazing.
I watched that
and
as well. It was Defoe, wasn't it, coming back to the stadium and stuff last week?
Yeah. And I mean, to be perfectly honest, the Dreyfus family are a football family. I mean, his dad used to own Olympic Marseille. I think his mother still owns a 5% stake in Olympic Marseille. The family are worth billions. He himself is worth billions. But he's from a football family. He knows football. And he's brought in a team that knows European football. And that's why we've brought in a lot of players who not a lot of people had heard of that are actually bloody good players.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, at the end of the day, if the wheels come off and we get relegated, these players are going to make us money if they leave us. If they stay with us, great, you know, we'll bounce straight back. But if the wheels do come off, we get relegated, these players are going to make us a lot of money because they're all worth a damn sight more than we paid for them. And they've showed that in the Premier League.
I think I seen the other day that, you know, that this, whatever it is, a website or whatever, transfer market, whatever, it's called transfer market.
Yeah.
I think our squad is increased in value by 50 or 60 million or something like that.
Yeah.
And I want to see it since the start of the season. I feel like it is.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, if you think Trafford signed for Man City for 25 million, how much is Rolf's worth?
I know.
Because he's far better than Trafford ever was. Trafford was just a bloody time-wasting clown.
We've done some amazing business over the summer. And I'm really interested to see what we'll do in January, actually. I have a feeling we might not sign.
We might not need to
sign anybody. I'll not be disappointed.
No, we might not
get
need
a couple of loans in.
Do you not think it's also it's like Granite Xhaka's little hobby? I think he just wants to keep Sunderland in the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? He found it because he said, didn't he? He says he wants a challenge. He says he wants to prove people wrong. And he says he wants to prove everybody wrong what Sunderland can be like. And I think Granit Xhaka's loving life at Sunderland at the minute. Like,
oh, without a doubt,
yeah.
And he'll also love the fact he's surrounded by the younguns as well, because he's definitely a captain. No, his persona is of a captain. I think he's been like that all his career, but as he's going now into his mid-30s, he'll feel like a father figure as well now to them young'uns.
Yeah, they'll probably call him Dad.
You know, I think he pulled Chris Rigg very early on in training, very early on in the season. He pulled Chris Rigg about his something like his lack of effort in training or not going 100% in training, and he pulled him very, very early on. And Chris Rigg had, said it's changed his season. It's changed the way he's looked at doing now. He's training, the effort he's putting in. And that's massive for them young'uns, you know. It's exactly what we didn't have last season.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting comment from Scotsway here about not liking the fact that most clubs these days are all foreign players. And if I saw some comment on Sunderland's team at the weekend, there wasn't a single English player started for Sunderland.
It's the way it's going, isn't it? It's the same with managers now, isn't it?
Mind you, there was a couple from Northern Ireland. But if you go back 50 years or so, most of Sunderland's team was Scottish. Bobby Kerr, Billy Hughes, Dick Malone.
George Hurd.
Yep, they were all Scottish. Middlesbrough were the same. They had somebody. They brought somebody down from Scotland. I'm forgetting his name now. Graham Souness, I think it was. And he turned out to be a reasonably decent player.
The Jocks find some decent players, don't it?
They do. I mean, and it is sad to, in a way, to say English players, British players don't really get that much of a chance in the Premier League these days unless they are outstanding. But gone are the days where if Sunderland needed a striker, you shouted down the pitch shaft, "Can we have a striker, please?" And up somebody would come and would start banging goals in the net. Gone are those days. I mean, that's what it was like when I was a lad in black and white cabbie.
Mm-hmm.
I see Bellingham's back in the picture, and he's back from injury. He's banging the goals in for Real Madrid again.
Yeah. Interesting melee at the end of that game.
Aye.
Apparently Yamal had started that one off.
Aye. He's only a Ben, isn't he? 17, 16, 17?
Yeah, nothing a good smack round the back of the head wouldn't sort out.
I think it was like Bellingham. It's instructions from his family, like because I mean, I don't think Sunderland got on the coach to leave Wembley, and he was away, wasn't
he? Yeah. But that was always going to happen, wasn't it? His parents are the ones that make the decisions for them.
Best thing that ever happened for Sunderland, like looking back now, at the time it was a bit like, oh, what a shame, like it would have been good for us in the Premier League. However, that decision has been the best thing that's ever happened to Sunderland, because had he stayed, I think our midfield would be very, very different. I think the seal of Bellingham has probably been the catalyst in us having the midfield and the team that we've got now. Funny enough, one, the money we got for him, and two, I think they would have been tempted to build a bit of a midfield around him for this season. Yeah. And I don't think he would have been good enough. Looking at the players that we have now and how good they are, there's no way Bellingham would have been good enough. And I think his family knew that as well. And that's why I don't think they wanted him to play in the Premier League, because it would have really hit his career, I think.
Yeah. And I think to be fair to his parents, they're trying to get Job to go down the same line as his brother, i.e. go to Dortmund. Dortmund will teach you how to play football properly. And then the world's your mollusk, as they say. But, each to their own. I mean, according to the gossip column on the Babe this morning, Man United are looking to potentially take him on loan second half of the season. That'll be all right. Means you'll get 3 points off them when they come to Stadium of Light.
He's a good player. He's done well for us. But when you actually look at the caliber and how the players that we have now perform, he wasn't on that level. He just wasn't. He was good for us. He'd done a job, but there's no way he'd get in our team now.
Yeah, we always did seem to play better last season with Job in the team. We always seemed to do better. I'm not saying he was the one that made it better, but we always seemed to do better when he was playing. If he was missing, we struggled.
Yes, I agree. He ran the pitch well. He was box to box, intelligent. You
just cannot.
The level of the Premier League is different,
You can't compare him with Xhaka. And he's not even on the same bloody planet.
Or Siddiqui.
No, exactly.
All the fear. And Diarra. I was gutted when he got injured, because he looks a decent player,
Yeah, I think he is a better than a decent player. I think he's an absolute cracking player.
Aye.
Shame he got injured, but he's going to come back in December.
He is. I hope he doesn't go away to the African Cup. To be honest, I hope. And he will. If he's fit, he can. Of course he will.
Of course he will.
I kind of hope that he's just comes back. Like, I don't know. I want him to play against the Mags, but I'm not that arsed.
Did you see when they were just before the game was starting against Everton? I think it was one of the commentators or was saying, oh yeah, and don't forget, we've got an exclusive game next Monday. We've got Jordan Pickford and Everton travelling to title chasing Sunderland. Did you hear them say that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought that was class. And they were also saying, you know, there's got to be a happy MACKEM definitely amongst that Everton thing. I mean, I wonder what Jordan Pickford's going to be feeling come to the stadium of like, because he's got to do a professional job, of course, for Everton, but there must be something in him that's like, you know,
he's coming home, isn't he?
I don't want to beat Sunderland. I mean, it must be hard for the likes of Pickford. He's Sunderland through and through. He's MACKEM. He's like us. You know what I mean?
He's never played against us, has he?
No.
It must be difficult for him. Imagine coming to the stadium of light. I mean, there's got to be a little percentage of him, hasn't there? That's like,
I'll let this one in.
I'm not going to be that bothered if we lose this one. I mean, you can't deny that, can he?
No, he's a proper MACKEM. He's a proper MACKEM.
But he's got to be professional, though, hasn't he?
He never played against us before, you know. I didn't even think about that.
I mean, it's bound to affect him, Kev and Rob. I mean, I know he's got a professional job. He's got to do a professional job, and you've got to switch that MACKEM mentality off.
Yeah.
But you can't. If it's in your if it's in your veins, it's in your blood. You can't switch it off.
No. And, you know, the atmosphere in the ground and being in that ground and playing in that ground hopefully puts him off. Not that he'll do anything intentionally. I don't think he would do that, but hopefully the occasion puts him off.
Yeah, it might do. I mean, he's a cracking keeper.
Yeah,
he's a cracking keeper. Best England have had for a long, long time, probably since Shilton. He is an absolutely cracking keeper, but you know, I think he is professional. He'll do his best to stop us scoring. It'll probably, if we lose to Everton, it'll probably be gutting for him. But you know, he'll be happy because his team won. But he'll be sad because the team he supports didn't.
I think he will get a good welcome though, won't he?
Oh, aye, because he hates the Mags and all.
And I don't think Pickford's ever been on a losing side for Everton when he's played Newcastle. They always seem to beat them.
Yeah.
Aye.
The Geordies have got like the little Tyrannosaurus Rex costumes or waving little T-Rexes and stuff, and he always gets one out of them all the time.
Yeah. Yeah,
it'll be a good game. I think it'll be a good game on at the weekend. I do.
And Everton and Sunderland as clubs, they get on well. The fans get on well together. There seems to be a lot, especially with Bradley Lowry and all that. It seems it's knitted the club together. There's
a lot of
Everton.
respect between the two teams. But then again, these are two of the old big teams in football. You know, Everton have been about for nearly as long as Sunderland.
I don't think Moyes will get a good welcome though.
No, but Moyes won't. No. An interesting discussion here, guys, going on in the chat about which is preferred stadium.
We've got an Everton fan in the chat as well.
Roker Park or the Stadium of Light? Which is your preference? I'm torn here. I mean, Roker Park it's where I grew up.
For me, it's Roker Park, and you know, I guess I've had more time at the Stadium of Light than what I did at Roker Park, you know, in my life, I guess. But Roker Park, like, this is going to sound weird, but it's
back in a second, guys. Just 2 seconds. Just carry on.
Yep,
Roker Park smelt like match day.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It does.
You know, you could smell it. It had a distinctive smell, and it smelled like match day to me.
Yeah, I think that was the urinals, Kev. I think that was the urinals, mate.
Pies, beer, people's farts, everything.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to both. I've went to Roker Park a countless number of times, and it's where, as I say, it's where I grew up football wise. I have been to the Stadium of Light several times. Not always as a supporter. I've been there professionally. when I was looking after I refused to go to the other stadium just over the road from where I worked. I just said, no, I can't go there. It's against my religion. But I did go to Roker Park several times professionally during the day when there wasn't matches on. And also down to the Stadium of Light the first few years it was open. But yeah, it was, I think Stadium of Light's more comfortable, but Roker Park,
as a stadium, as a football stadium or viewing and the crowd numbers and all the likes of that. Of course, it's a better stadium. But inside of me, like even just going to a night game and seeing the floodlights lit up, walking through them, the cottage streets and stuff like that. And, it just felt different. It felt better. It felt more, I don't know. I want to say comforting, but that's probably the wrong word. It just felt...
It felt more football, didn't it?
Raw. Yeah. It felt more raw.
Yeah. It's a difficult one. That was a very good question you raised there, Scots. It just brings back a lot of memories, Roker Park. Dad took me to my first game there in '67. I was 5. I had a little plank, a couple of bits of rope, so I could hang them on the fence in the paddock stand.
I remember them.
So I could see over the fence, basically, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to see the game.
Aye.
And then they stopped us taking planks in case we threw them at the opposing supporters or teams. Well, hang on, I was bloody 6.
I'll have been a similar age, when my dad took me, sort of 5-ish, so that'll have been like 88. Sort of, Eric Gates sort of time. And my dad used to sit me, always in the full well end, always kind of near the front of the cage at the back of the rope, full well end. And he used to sit me on top of the railing. There would be like railings, wouldn't there? Like breaks in the crowd, red railings. And he used to sit me on top of one of them and just stand behind us. No one could move me, Dad. Doesn't matter how many people surged forward when there was a goal or my dad never budged.
It brings back memories. A long time ago memories, but it does bring them back.
Aye.
Yeah,
What's the best stadium you've ever been to, though?
The old Wembley, probably.
Mine is Wembley, like the current one. I mean, I did go to the old one as well, but I just think the occasion when you go to Wembley, it's special, isn't it?
Yeah, I've never been. I've never been to the new Wembley, but I've been to the old one a couple of times, and that was just a superb ground.
Aye.
I've just read your messages, Kev, about you want to be admin on the MACKEM CABBIE page on Facebook. I'll give it a shot, mate.
I need. I'll get them. I'll get their numbers up.
No, it's Facebook. I mean, it's. I don't know if you've noticed on even the Sunderland FC news and banter page, which is huge. There's loads of responses on the posts, but the minute they put a link up to something, the responses go down by about 97%. And I don't. It's something to do with algorithms or people for some strange reason are not interested. They will not click on links. I don't know why. If I put a video up of tonight's show, just showing a link to the Facebook page, you'd hardly get any views, nothing at all. But if I was to just manually record it as a fresh recording and then uploaded it, you get hundreds of people watching it. I don't know what it is or what it is about links. It just doesn't work.
Who owns that? That might have something to do with who owns YouTube, and I'm not quite sure.
Google, Alphabet, Google on YouTube.
So it's not marked like Meta. It's not marked Zuckerberg Meta. Then that's why they don't want you to leave Facebook and go to YouTube.
Aye, it's like if you put a link up like I said, just have a look, do a bit of homework, have a look at say the news and banter page, and the minute they put a link up to something with a story, no one's interested. But if it's just a genuine fresh post, hundreds of comments. It's been like that, it's been like that for years.
Yeah.
YouTube was owned by Alphabet.
I think in terms of non-international, i.e. not Wembley, probably the best ground I've ever been in was atmosphere was Parkhead. I managed to get a ticket for a Old Firm game at Parkhead. I was visiting friends who were Blue Noses, and my mate's dad couldn't go to the game because he had to attend a wedding that day. So I got his ticket, and that was absolutely mental. It was. That was absolutely mental. The one thing I do remember about that is I came out there with a wet leg because I didn't quite understand when somebody said, "Watch your back, mate," in Scottish, and I didn't move as he had a piss. straight down the back of my leg.
It's still a great atmosphere in there. I was there the other week.
Yeah, it's
the Old Firm this Sunday as well.
Yeah, it's a stunning stadium, and funnily enough, Hampden Park. Is it Hampden Park?
I was there last year and for the Celtic semi-final.
Yeah, Hampden Park is the Scottish national stadium, isn't it?
Aye.
Queen's Park Stadium. Yeah, Hampden Park. I've been there, but not for a football game. I went there I saw Genesis play there, 1988, something like that. And again, that's huge. That is a huge stadium. I think it used to be able to hold about 120,000.
Do you think we'll ever? Do you think Sunderland should seriously consider extending the stadium?
I think they might have to. They might have to, mate.
Not yet, but I would say 5 years' time.
Why not now, Kev? Leeds are doing it. Example. I mean, let's get the local events sorted before these council get these houses built, so we can't do now.
To be honest, Cabby, I think Leeds are doing it because Elland Road's a bit knackered. It's a bit like Roker Park was.
Bit dated, do you think?
They can't do much with it as it stands. They need to redevelop it. For us, I think we can extend
that was very quickly, can't we? Because the way the stadium was built.
It's a Meccano stadium, basically. You pull the roof off, lift a new layer in, and put the roof back on, and it's done. They could probably do it in 6 months.
But we won't be able to if they build houses at the back of the rock window, which Bob Murray's trying to say no.
Exactly, and that's maybe going to be something to drive them to do it sooner rather than later. Plus, as we're being successful at the moment, you'd probably sell the tickets. So
that's why I'm saying not quite yet. I think we need to have two years in the Champions League, then do it. So I would say 5 years' time we'll have had two years in the Champions League, I think.
Let's say we have a really successful season in the Premier League. I mean, call what you like being successful. You could say finish fourth off bottom is successful because we've stayed up. Finishing in the top 6 successful. It's like which way? What would you call being successful and all that? I mean, but the key is, right, let's just say Sunderland finished 6, something like that, right? Then the tricky thing starts, doesn't it? How do you keep hold of your players? How do you keep hold of your manager? Because the vultures are going to come home and in, and this is what the problem with the Premier League is the fact like your team just cannot get to that next level to push to get into that top 6 because all the vultures come and just skin you alive. They just strip you bare to the bare bones, and then before you know it, you've got 10 points for the rest of the season and you're straight out the league again.
Yeah, I mean we discussed this.
I don't think we'll ever sell more than 2 or 3 players in any pre-season, and I fully believe that they'll know who's going to be sold, they'll know how much they're going to be sold for, and they'll have already identified their replacements. I don't fear like
Yeah.
somebody coming in and all these teams buying 5 or 6 of our players at the end of the season because we've done well. And I don't think players want to leave. This is what I mean, like the project that the club are, the plans they've got, don't see players wanting to leave.
Not at all.
Success to me, or how I see Sunderland going over the next 5 years, is this season top 10, next season top 8, season after that top 6, and then the 2 after that they'll be going for the top 4. That's how I see it going.
Well said.
And they'll buy the players and they'll sell the players accordingly to make sure that happens. That's what I think.
I was going to say quickly on the chat, see you later, guys. Cy Everton finally says, good luck with the rest of the season apart from Monday night. Same to you, mate. And you're more than welcome to pop here anytime. Even join us on the lives if you wanted to have a crack on anytime. You're more than welcome, mate. Sorry, carry on, Kev.
I'm just saying it'll be a progressive thing, I think. And let's say let's say we finish 4th this season. I don't think that then all of a sudden change everything and go, right, we've finished 4th this season, next season we're going for the league. I think it'll just stay the same, we'll have overachieved. But the plans won't drastically change. They've got a model, they've got a plan, and they'll stick to it.
Because,
and it's working.
The dreaded thing, like money talks, like, could a really big club come shopping for Regis Labrie? And it's like, we don't want to disrupt anything for Sunderland because everything's just perfect. But give him a couple of zeros on the end of his salary, is he going to stay? This is what happens, isn't it?
I'm not sure whether it would be the salary thing that would potentially draw him away from Sunderland these days. I think what it would be is he's now made his name. He's probably going to win Manager of the Month. I know it's a curse, but he's probably going to win Manager of the Month for October. But I think what might give us a few headaches is if somebody like PSG or one of the big, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, somebody like that, one of the big European teams, he's been noticed. One of those come in from, and he might think, how often do you get a chance to manage one of the big 6 European clubs, or even one of the big 6 bloody English clubs for that matter? Would he be tempted to leave us to go and join somebody like, say, Liverpool or Chelsea or Bayern Munich or whatever? That would be my
They'll all
worry.
leave eventually.
I know they will. I know they will, Kev. But if they were to come in at the end of this summer for him,
yes,
that would screw us up, basically.
And it's possible. I've said this many a times. I think we sign players who come to us because they want to better themselves. They've got ambition. They want to improve. And they're using us as a stepping stone to go higher and higher. And I've said that, that's a good thing. And I expect it to happen. But as a club, I don't think we would put ourselves in jeopardy of our progress just for the sake of getting money in.
No, I would agree, Kev. I don't think the way the club is run, it's not run like that. But the problem is, as CABBIE said, the vultures will come swooping. Oh, do you want to sell us? I mean, we saw it last season with Tommy Watson. Before the season had finished, he'd signed for Brighton for 10 million quid.
I just don't want. I know people say like CABBIE, but is you like glass being like half full and that. I didn't want us to have like a cracking season, and like last time with Peter Reid and we finished like 7th on the trot, and then we went on to free fall. I want us to capitalise. I want us to go from strength to strength. I want something to be the cartel clubs. I want us to be the competing in the Champions League and stuff. That has to be our goal. I didn't want to just be like this a one-hit wonder where they're like, we had a brief flash in the pan, our players have gone now. I don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
But we will have to sell. Let's see. We're finishing the top.
Good night, Malta, mate. Malta's just saying he's gone to bed. 1:30 in the morning.
Good night, Malta. Have a good one, mate.
Let's see if we end up selling 3 players for between 80 and 100 million, like what Brighton do.
Yeah.
I think that is the plan. That is the plan.
It is. I think it has to be, Kev. But the thing is, with the way the club is run at the moment, they'd make sure that they've got a young lad that will go into that role,
of course,
and be as good as coming in.
Sell 3 players for 250 million combined, and then have 20, 30 million players coming in the other way. Yeah. And then it's just a production line. It has to be that way. It has to be that way. There's no way any team would ever be able to get anywhere near the top of that Premier League consistently without doing that. Champions League football is huge, to be playing that every season if you want to be up there with the big boys. Yeah. But to get there, we have to make a profit on players, big profits on players. We have to.
Yeah. And that has been that's the way the club has worked for the last 2 or 3 years. Mm-hmm. We'll sell, the likes of Jack Clark, bloke we sold to Southampton, striker, scored lots of goals. Stewart, yeah.
David Graham's just put something good on it. He says Newcastle got rid of Isaac for 150 million to Liverpool, and that may be a great decision at the minute on Isaac's performance. I mean, yeah.
I agree. And to be honest, would you want a player like Isaac who comes in and destabilises things?
You're better off having a crap player who loves being at the club than having a fantastic player that doesn't want to be anywhere near the place. Yeah,
totally agree, mate. Totally agree.
Look, O'Neill, for example, he had his bib on at Chelsea, smiling like a Cheshire cat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? No look on his face as if to say I didn't get a game. He's part of that team no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, and it was interesting. After Talby scored, one of the first players to jump on him was O'Neill.
Yeah.
In his bib. And he'd obviously run from the dugout. And hopefully, touch wood, it won't happen. I mean, I think somebody said Regis is grounded. He might not be motivated by money, which is sense. He's probably on a good wage anyway. He's probably earning a fair chunk of money at Sunderland anyway. But his strength is bringing on young players. It always has been. It's what he did at Lorient before he came to us.
Yeah.
And Lorient had the same sort of structure in that they brought young players on, and then sold them on. I mean, there was one guy that used to play for Lorient under Labrie who they sold for £25 million to an Italian club who 6 months later loaned him to a championship club and who got promoted to the Premier League, funnily enough. And he's doing a good job for us at the moment, is Mr. Lafay. And that's the sort of guy he is. He brings young players on. And as long as Sunderland have got this, we'll bring young players in, we'll bring them on, we'll make them better, we'll sell them on, I think he'd be reasonably happy to stay at Sunderland.
I do too. I think he's part of this project, now, and so long as we're progressing and doing the right things and behind the scenes, I think he'll want to be part of it to see how far it can actually go.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just mad. I mean, the old slogan, are we getting carried away, lads? Do you think? You don't think we are?
No, I don't think we are. I mean, at the end of the day, the team we've got now are holding their own against the better Premier League teams. We weren't disgraced at Man United. We definitely weren't disgraced at Chelsea. We should have beat Aston Villa, and we probably would have had we had 10 players on the field, or 11 players on the field. Nottingham Forest, we beat them. away. I don't think there's any, with perhaps one, two exceptions. I don't think there's any teams in the Premier League that we need to fear. There are a couple I could think of. One of them sitting at the top of the league at the moment, and they are immense this season. Arsenal, they look like the complete team. But who's to say? Bring it to the Stadium of Light and see how they react to playing in front of 50,000 being Sunderland fans. Might scare the crap out of them.
For me, I am getting carried away, but I'm also, we need to, because when you get carried away with something in a positive way, it breeds lack of fear, it breeds excitement, it breeds the crowd getting behind the players. That is getting carried away. Them fans on Saturday got carried away at that stadium, and it pushed the team over the line. When you get carried away, you know, like it's not a bad thing. Getting carried away is needed. If you wanna get excited about the season, you want to get excited about every single week and every single game, no matter who you're playing, you better get carried away. You better.
Yeah.
Or else you'll fall on your face.
Did you hear? Did we listen to Total Sport today? Did you listen to it or not?
I didn't.
No.
I messaged. I keep winding Andor because I think Andor's is class on there. I mean, you get, you know, the best banter off Andor. I can understand why your father liked them. And I asked him 2 weeks ago, you know, are you nervous about playing Sun at the Stadium with Light, having a good banter? And I sent a message today. I'll put the audio up later, saying like, message to Andor. It's not long now till you come to the Stadium of Light. Are you nervous about playing title chasing Sunderland? Oh my God's sake! And it's like,
and I mean, Gary Hoyle's made a very valid point there. Nobody is going to underestimate Sunderland after Saturday's game.
What made Saturday's game so special for people to take note? Because we've won games in this Premier League, right, before the Chelsea game. But all of a sudden, people are chirping up the likes of Paul Merson. They had a 7-minute segment on Gillette Soccer Saturday talking about Sunderland. And you've got Merson is now saying Sunderland are nowhere going to go down. What was it about that Chelsea performance that's making people say that then? They beat West Ham 3-0, but they didn't say Sunderland's going to stay up. They beat Brentford, they didn't say that. Forest away. No. But what is it about Chelsea that's making them say that?
It's because it was Chelsea.
Just because it's Chelsea, that's it.
Yeah. Because it's one of the big six.
Yeah, and it's not just the fact that we won. It was the way we won. It was the way we set the team up to win in that way. And what's really exciting for me this season is every other team who comes up, let's say, every other team who gets promoted, or most teams in the Premier League, you know what the team's going to be, you know how they're going to play, you know what formation they're going to play. You don't with Sunderland. So teams might be starting to take notice of us now, but they won't know who they're playing against. They won't know what system, because every game doesn't matter. He picks his team and picks his strategy depending on who they're playing. So Everton watching Chelsea, the Chelsea match on Saturday, it's pointless because you'll be playing a different Sunderland team. And you can watch any other team. He'll play the team to beat Everton. And then the next week, he'll play the team to beat that team, Arsenal.
Yeah.
They don't have a clue who they're playing against. They can't prepare for us.
I would agree with what you're saying there, Kev. In fact, I saw a comment on an article, or it might have just been a comment into an article on the BBC where it was saying, second half of the season, other teams will have worked out how you play. But as you've just said, Kev, no, they won't, because we change our formation per game. You know, he puts out the team he thinks will do the best job against the team we're playing. It's not we've got 11 players and we stick by them week in, week out. It's we've got 25 players, and we'll put in whoever we think will do the best job against the team they're playing. And
Yeah.
you can't plan for that.
Yeah. And that's what I think will push us up into that top 10 and beyond. I do.
Kev's disappearing.
Yeah. Yeah, and Simon said the Mexicans have jumped on the bandwagon. Yeah, we were discussing this a couple of weeks ago, weren't we, Cabby, about our big fan base in Mexico. Apparently, some YouTuber or something in Mexico or whatever it was had basically said, right, let's pick a team to support in the Premier League, and they picked Sunderland, which is why we've got a big following in Mexico at the moment. But it's interesting when you look at the people that join this show and join in for the watch-alongs. You get them from all over the place. We had people in from Brasilia, middle of the bloody Amazon jungle, for God's sake. We had people in from New Zealand. We had people in from Norway, Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines. I mean, it just shows what the club the club fan base is scattered around the world. I mean, you've got a regular who comes in from Tokyo, don't we, Cabby?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Certainly was.
And it's just amazing that we've got fans scattered all over the world.
Like I say, they're popping in all over the world on our lives, as you say, eh?
Yeah, and I mean, for this one, for the Premier League show, we get people joining that are not Sunderland fans. Most of us are, admittedly, but we get people joining us who are not Sunderland fans. Laddie from Everton there. Bernie's a regular in the watch-alongs when he can join us. He's a Leeds fan. We've got is it Robin, not Robin Hood, the Red Robin or somebody like that. He's a Notts Forest fan, a Nottingham Forest fan. Sorry, not Notts Forest. He told me off last week for saying it was Notts Forest. It's Notts County and Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. Gary Gary has made a very valid point. The Chelsea players were walking around as if, we're going to win. We're playing a team that aren't as good as us. Says who? I mean, I said on Saturday, at the end of the day, both teams are on 14 points going into that game on Saturday. It wasn't as if they were playing Wolves on 2 points. They were playing a team that's got as many points this year as they had. In fact, we got more now. But yeah, it is where it is.
It's mental. I've gone cross-eyed. We just keep staring at that league table. It's just it
makes you feel good, though, doesn't it?
Oh, it does.
Like on Sunday, the results on Sunday, it was like guttering, wasn't it? Yeah. Like you're moving down that table. I'm looking at the teams that's winning, and I'm thinking, you twats,
I was chuffed a bit because I thought, get in, Man City's not overtook us, get in.
Like whoever would have thought would be doing that.
Yeah.
God, it's a great, man. It's great. It's great to get carried away, and we should, and we will.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Did you see the sort of final score thing with Gabby Yorith? And I think it was the precursor to the match of the day, where she said, "We don't want to spoil things for match of the day later, but have a look at this table. Sunderland sitting in second place."
Yeah.
I'm going to read these things that they keep putting up, the Premier League table. And, they've got them in order, and then they've got like a little saying next to it. I don't know if you remember me saying this last week, but they do it every week. Yeah. It's hilarious. They've got Arsenal top saying more clean sheets than tied. For Bournemouth, some I get, some I don't. It says Indiana Hooseries football. For Spurs, third, they've got the new set piece FC. For Sunderland in fourth, more points than the champions. Man City says 0-1 since Haaland became a YouTuber. 6, Man United, Rubens at the wheel, man. For Liverpool in 7th, the White House East Wing. 8 is for Villa, Pep's Nightmare Fuel. Chelsea, we were 9th. They've got World Champions of what? Palace paid the ease tax, whatever that means.
That's because Ezzy scored against them for Arsenal.
Brentford, Liverpool.
Arsenal.
Brentford, Liverpool B, Liverpool, whatever about that one is. Newcastle 12th. They've got not talking about Sunderland. 13, Brighton. At least we've got Danny Welbeck. Ham. Everton 14th. I was born into this. 15th Leeds. Brendan Arison, Medford Messi. Low. We got Burnley. Haas F1 team. Fulham got thank God for Wickham away. Forest got should have played in flare jeans. I don't know what they mean by that. West Ham worse week than Chauncey Billups. Some of these I haven't a clue what they mean. And then for Wolves 20th it says even the New York Jets have a win.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it when that league table comes out. It's so funny. More than the champions. Let's just milk what we can, eh?
yeah. Well, we're joint third. That's the way I'm viewing it. We're joint third.
I know. I was kind of hoping Everton would stop Spurs winning, but I mean, they were pretty poor Everton on Monday night. Sorry, on Sunday I watched.
I think we'll hammer them, you know. I think our next game will be our first start. Well, other than the West Ham game, but I think it'll be our 3-4 now.
What,
Ooh.
Everton?
I do.
And maybe he's not getting that carried away, Kev, but
Honestly,
I think we'll beat them.
Let's
I
get
think we'll
carried
beat them.
away, man. Rob away.
I honestly do. I think it'll be 3 or 4-0.
Yeah. Well, you were right on Saturday, mate.
It was.
You were right on Saturday.
It is on Monday night, isn't it? This week.
Aye.
Yeah. So
Aye.
it'll be there won't be a Premier League show on Monday.
No,
next
we'll
week
be
then,
doing the
'cause
show
we'll be
on
doing the-
show on Tuesday night.
Yeah, we'll be doing the live watch along.
Yeah, on Monday night. Aye. So
Yeah. Yeah, get the scores. Follow it with the wrestling there. Scott's way here. Yeah.
I might join you
And
for
Gary
the watch
Hoyle.
along.
you're more than welcome, Kev.
I've never done a watch along yet.
It's good cracking it, Rob.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, mate.
Well, I'm going to end.
Not swearing though.
You can't swear, but however, you've got Stato.
Have that
They
bleep.
go-
Have the Gladys bleeper thing ready then, because
Absolutely.
I can't help swear when we score.
How's your mum and Gladys doing?
Aye, they're doing all right, mate. My mum's off for a little couple of days away with a friend there down to Scarborough.
Oh, nice.
I mean, I know I was just speaking to her there before I come on here.
Like I say, I cannot see her on Facebook. I mean, now and again, Gemma puts things up on that, and then I cannot see the post because I mean, like I say, she must have it on private.
Aye, she does. Aye.
I'll have to message her and say add us on Facebook so I can have her keep in touch and have a crack on. She'll probably not even know that's on a private or something.
Aye, she's having obviously she's having it tough, but she's getting herself away there with her mate Gil for a couple of nights down in Bonnie Scarborough.
Oh, good.
So
I'm pleased. And Gladys is doing all right because she had a bit of a chest infection, didn't she?
aye, she's doing that. She's better now. Aye. So she'll be watching. I would imagine me nana watches. So
Gladys, if you're ready, have me supper ready for 9 o'clock. I always remember that. But
Cheers, Kingfisher.
yeah, nearly 2 hours short tonight, and we've had a steady 50 to 60 people in, which is fantastic. But thanks for popping in.
You're welcome, mate. You're welcome. Like a bit of banter.
So what's everyone's predictions for the next match then?
Next match is Everton 2-0.
2-0. I'm gonna see a 4-0. There you are.
Oh yeah,
I am. 4-0.
I'm going nils apiece.
Okay, what a surprise.
Nils each. I think two teams you know, they'll get on well. I think they'll cancel each other out. So I'm going again for
Well,
nils.
I love it when you like you said we'll get beat 3-0 on Saturday.
I did.
I thought great. So because you're always wrong. So I thought brilliant. If he said 3-0, we're gonna win. So if you say 0-0, we're definitely gonna win.
Dougie's going for a 2-1.
But you wouldn't be disappointed with a point, though, would you? Or would you at home?
No.
Aye, of course I would at home. At home against Everton. Of course we won 3 points.
Scott's way here is going for a 3-1 win. Jones 73 is going for a 2-0.
Watch out for Grealish, says David.
What
give
side
him a-
does he play on the left?
Yeah, just
I
give him a
think
good
so.
kicking. Yeah,
He'll
he'll be up
get
against.
off injured after 10 minutes.
Yeah, be up against you.
Colin Major 3-1. D Hall says 2-0. John
Yeah.
says, oh, yeah.
But definitely, there seems to be a consensus of a win for that game, Cabby.
So I'll say good night. I'm just going to kill the stream now. I'm going to get some me liver and onion pizzas not far from done.
Oh,
So we'll catch you later from... so good night from Rob and his dog.
Yeah.
Good night,
everyone.
from Kev. And from myself. Nighty night. Thanks
See you
everybody
later.
for tuning in.